Welcome. We are visiting Vedic math teacher's book values. We have seen in the previous session that Ganita Sutra-1 is the source sutra. This source sutra is a text availing 16 letters. Each letter of Ganita Sutra 1 is preserving a structural in the sequence and order of Ganita Sutras 1 to 16. First letter of Ganita Sutra 1, namely the sixth vowel A of value 6, is preserving the structural key of Ganita Sutra 1 itself. Second letter of the text of Ganita Sutra 1, namely Ka Brahma, is preserving the structural key of Ganita Sutra. Ganita Sutra 2 is Nikhlim Navasta Charmam Dashata. Simple rendering of the text is all from 9 and last from 10. Let us sit comfortably. Let us be face to face with this feature, all from 9 and last from 10. The natural question will arise: when all are from 9, then how the last can be other than from 9? It is this feature it is this value which deserves to be imbibed. Here we are in second sutra. The first sutra is Eka Adhikain Purvain, a sequence, a sequential order, a array of values as a sequential arrangement of one element following the other element. There, in that organization, it is a linear arrangement. This arrangement is the format of a line, of an interval, as the points, constituents of a line in their sequential arrangement make the setup of a line. However, this progression is the progression which begins from a given point and goes on sequentially increasing parallel with the increase of the length of a line. Let us have a pause. Line has a length. As such, each constituent point of a line as well is having a length, howsoever small it may be. But line is also a format. Along the format of a line, we can have a placement for the points of a zero space, points of zero length as well. The points of a line are having length, howsoever small it may be, but the same is not zero. Therefore, when we visit the line as a setup of its constituents, points, as of line structures, howsoever small those lengths may be there within the point. But simultaneously, as the line is making a format, so along this format, there can be a placement of the points of euro length, means point of a euro space. So points of euro space and point constituents of the line that way make a pair of generic points. It is this feature will help us appreciate as that if we are having 10 points formatted along a line, then these 10 points will have 9 gaps which can be bridged by the length portions, small lines, small intervals. Therefore, when we will be comprehending this organization of 10 points and 9 linear gaps, then if we are chasing this arrangement from the first point to the last point, means from the one end of an interval, other end of the interval, then it can be exhaustively covered in 9 steps. These 9 steps coverage is going to be of 9 units of length. Therefore, we can say that all, the whole arrangement of the length is coverable in 9 steps. So all from 9. But we know that point euro space is having no length. Therefore, the last point, the 10th point, is having no contribution for the length. Therefore, the last point as such will remain uncovered in the previous 9 steps. Therefore, the last point is the 10th point. Let us sit comfortably. Let us be face to face with this organization. This organization is in fact simultaneously covering a pair of domains, pair of spaces, bodies, pair of units. One set of units, the linear units, means length is being taken as a unit. The other generic units are points. These are simply counts. So there are 10 counts for 10 points, and there are 9 units for the 9 gaps of these 10 points. Therefore, Vedic mathematics is here having simultaneous mathematics of a pair of different generic units, different generic spaces, different dimensional spaces. This feature is that way a unique feature. Vedic mathematics that way is having its unique technique of having simultaneous handling of the distinct mathematical entities. The distinct mathematical entities being handled here are the points and the lines. Now, let us have a pause. These points and lines as such are also taking us to zeros as points and ones as lines. Now see, the 10 points make a 10 place value system. 9 linear units make 9 numerals of a 10 place value system. Therefore, this organization, this formatting, this simultaneous handling process, this technique, this mechanism, this arrangement, this system of this sutra is having unique way of organizing and handling a pair of distinct units. And this that way takes us to 10 place value system. In a 10 place value system, we are having 9 numerals and 10th is the placement value 0. Therefore, we, the students of mathematics, shall sit comfortably and to comprehend and imbibe this distinctive feature of the numerals and the placement value. The numerals and placement value together make a system. This sutra text as it is taking us to the organization of a 10 place value system. The number value 10 is like a units of the numerals, but the double digits 1 and 0 distinguish themselves as much as that, while 0 is taking to the points and 1 is taking to the length. Therefore, to transcend ahead from value 9 for a reach at value 10, we are inherently, in the context of a 10 place value system, are availing numerals as well as the place value. Therefore, it is this achievement, it is this attainment which deserves to be comprehended. Let us have a further visit to the organization of the text of Ganita Sutra-2. This text is a composition of 3 word formulations. Firstly, Nikhilam, secondly, Navastha Charmam, and thirdly, Dashata. See, the first Ganita Sutras is a text availing a pair of word formulations, namely Ekadhikain and Dashata. Therefore, the mathematical progression rule, one more than before, of Ganita Sutra 1 takes to the text of Ganita Sutra 2 being of 3 word formulations as one more than the pair of word formulations required for the composition of Ganita Sutra 1. The first letter of the text of Ganita Sutra 1 is A, the 6th vowel. It makes the structural key of Ganita Sutra 1. The second letter Ka, Ka Brahma, is preserving the structural key of Ganita Sutra 2, C. The first letter of Ganita Sutra 1A is of TC value 6. The first pair of letters, the text of Ganita Sutra 2, namely Ni, are of TC value 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. See, the second letter of the text of Ganita Sutra 1, Ka, is Ka Brahma. We know that Ka Brahma is inherently potentialized because of its transcendental origin, that the transcendental grace bestows upon Lord Brahma, and as a result thereof, Lord Brahma multiplies tenfold as 10 Brahmas. Value 4. Value 4 is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And sequentially, 1 plus 2 plus 3 for 4 is 10. Therefore, the organization of Ganita Sutra 1 as sequential progression is here at the second step, is taking and is transiting and transforming the arrangement 1, 1, 1, 1 into 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. It is this transition and transformation from a fine sequential arrangement of equal values to the sequential arrangement of sequentially increasing values set up 1, 2, 3, 4. These features deserve to be comprehended well to have an appreciation of the shift from the set of features and values of the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1 to the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2. Here on the computer screen is tabulated some distinctive features. Sutra 1 is availing value 1 itself. Sutra 2 is availing value 2. The single first letter of Ganita Sutra 1a and the first pair of letters of Ganita Sutra 2 are Ni. The first letter of Ganita Sutra 1 is A, and second letter of Ganita Sutra 1 is Ka. The number of letters of the text of Ganita Sutra 1 are 16, while the number of letters of Ganita Sutra 2 are 28. The organization of pair of words of the text of Ganita Sutra 1 is of 9 plus 7 letters, while in case of the text of Ganita Sutra 2, Niklim Navasta Charmam Dashata, the organization is 7 plus 14 plus 7 letters. The TC values of the pair of word formulations of Ganita Sutra 1 is 40 plus 35, while in context of Ganita Sutra 2, it comes to be 28 plus 50 plus 29. Sutra 1 S16 takes us to Jeev, while the Ganita Sutra 2 takes us to Jeev. It is in a dynamic state, and then the value 29 is having 28 gaps. The TC value of Ganita Sutra 1 text is 75, while the TC value of Ganita Sutra 2 text is 107. Value 6 is a Surya Ank. Value 28 is Brahma Ank. Therefore, the sadhakas fulfilled in intensity of urge to have a proper transition shall avail Ganita Sutra 1 Anurupain, a text of 10 letters. Therefore, the transition from the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1 Eka Athiken Purven to the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2 Niklim Navasta Charmam Dashata is to be bridged by availing mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 1. Ganita Sutra 1 literally means proportionately, symmetrically, following the form as it is framed. So this symmetry, when is availed, it will help us reach from 10 place value system to any other place value system. As such, the mathematical domain of Ganita Sutra 2, with the help of the Ganita Sutra, Upsutra 1, will enrich it further and will enlarge its domain from 10 place value system, any place value system. Here on the computer screen on the right side is a table of double digit numbers. These double digit numbers 0, 1 to 99 accept organization as 9 cross 11 grid. Now, a visit to this organization of 99 double digit numbers as 9 cross 11 grid will split this organization into upper part and lower part along the demarcating line of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. See, the upper part is having a mirror placement at values 11, 22, 33, 44, and the lower part is having a mirror placement at 55, 66, 77, 88, and 99. It is this which will help us appreciate as that the artifices of numbers are organized and coordinated in terms of mirrors embedded in the numbers. It is this comprehension, it is this insight which deserves to be imbibed fully. It is here where from the arithmetic and other mathematical disciplines of Vedic domain are transiting and transforming from the normal arithmetic operations to the transcendental arithmetic operations which are available within the sunlight. How within the sunlight the reflection, refraction, and other operations are coming into play because of the artifices of numbers are transiting and transforming into the mirrors. The embedding of mirrors parallel to the artifices of the numbers is the comprehension which is unique to the Vedic systems. Vedic numbers, Vedic arithmetic, Vedic algebra, Vedic geometry, ultimately in terms of the mirrors embedded within the numbers, parallel to the artifices of the numbers, and further parallel to the dimensional frames, make this mathematics a transcendental mathematics. Transcendental mathematics is the mathematics of 5 space. It is the mathematics of the sunlight. It is the mathematics in terms of which the energy flow, Jyoti flow from orb of the sun is regulated. It is this mechanism which also provides transcendental carriers, ativahakas, for the devtas, the transcendental content domains. Devtas means transcendental content domains, means 5 space as domain fold. That is the domain fold of hypercube 5. How the domain fold of hypercube 5, how 5 space content, how dive, divita, devta, dev are being organizing themselves, and how our solar universe is being governed, and how Vedic mathematics becomes the mathematics of the universe. It is here where from the Vedic mathematics departs from the traditional classical and arithmetical operations. Orthodox expressions, classical expressions, the normal arithmetic operations have their limited role. It is because of this limited role, when insisted and restricted up till that, makes all the mathematical knots and mathematical problems. If we have to transcend from the modern mathematical problems and knots, then we have to transit from the classical operations of arithmetic to the transcendental operations of arithmetic. For these transcendental operations, we have to reach the creative boundary of 5 space. We know a raised to power 5 is to 10, b raised to power 4 is the domain boundary ratio of hypercube 5, the boundary of 5 space. The creative boundary of transcendental domain is of 10 components, and it is here where is a format for 10 place value system. Therefore, the 10 place value system becomes a system of the format of creative boundary of the transcendental domain. And then the entire universal coverage is impliedly and inherently coming into play. Thank you very much.